tell you so much more about it. Today we're here for the program of commissioning of the Nasarawa State Comprehensive Special School here in Lafia. I'd like that everyone kindly find somewhere to sit down. We would make the event very quick. It won't last an hour. So I'd like to thank you for your patience as well.
Hello and welcome. This is the Nigerian Television Authority. Hello and welcome. This is the Nigerian Television Authority, reaching you live from the Comprehensive Special School, Lafia, which is to be inaugurated by His Excellency, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR. My name is Lawrence Arukoyo. The President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria, is on a one-day working visit to Nasarawa State, and he will be inaugurating numerous projects executed by His Excellency Umaru Al-Makura, the Governor of Nasarawa State. The President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces is already here. On arrival, President Buhari was received by the Governor of Nasarawa State, His Excellency Umaru Al-Makura, and top government functionaries at the Government House. He thereafter proceeded to the Emir's Palace to pay a courtesy call on His Royal Highness, Alhaji Dr. Isa Mustafa Agwai I, CFR, the Emir of Lafia and Chairman, Nasarawa State Council of Chiefs. And from there, he is now at the venue of the commissioning of the Comprehensive Special School here in Lafia.
We would like to welcome His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of this great country. His Excellency Governor Umaru Al-Makura hosting the President on this official walk-in visit, which is historic for us, one would hold very, very close to our hearts. I would like to begin the event formally by inviting for opening prayers. And I'd like to invite Malam Isa Muhammad and Bishop Matthew Audu to please kindly lead us in some brief opening prayers. Isa Muhammad and Bishop Matthew Audu.
أهل الولاية النصراوى نحب برئيس دولة نيجيريا السيد محمد بوهاري إلى هذا الولاية ترحيبا. The man who gave us hope, the man who allowed us to sleep with our eyes closed, the man who salvaged this country from the total collapse. May Allah reward you abundantly. ونرجو من الله سبحانه وتعالى كما آتيت من عصيمة نيجيريا في الأمن والسلامة أن تدعودا بخير سلاما الذين يذكرون الله قياما وقعودا وعلى جنوبهم ويتفكرون في الحق السماوات والأرض ربنا ما خلقت هذا باطلا سبحانك فقنا عذاب النار ربنا إنك من تدخل النار فقد هزيت وما للظالمين من النصير ربنا إننا سمعنا منادي يناديا للإيمان أن آمنوا بربكم فآمنا ربنا فاغفر لنا ذنوبنا وكفر عنا سيئاتنا وتوفنا مع الأبرار ربنا وآتنا ما وعدتنا على رسلك ولا تخزنا يوم القيامة إنك لا تفلح الميعاد. إلهي نعمة العيون وغارة النجوم وأنت حي القيوم لا تأخذك سنة ولا نوم إلهي وغلقت الملوك والأغنياء بأبوابهم وبابك مفتوحا للسائلين ونحن فقراء واقف ببابك يا الله ولا تردنا هائبا مطرودا يا رب العالمين. اللهم إنك تعلم ذنوبنا كله فاغفر لنا يا الله وتعلم عيوبنا كله فاسترنا يا الله وتعلم حاجتنا كلها فقضيها يا الله إنك على كل شيء قدير. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. فاتح.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Almighty and merciful God, we thank you for continuing blessings upon us, your children. We in Nasarawa State thank you for many blessings you have bestowed on us, especially for the presence of His Excellency's visit, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, General Muhammadu Buhari. May all the projects he is going to commission or flag for their takeoff today in your name be brought happily to completion. May this school for the physically challenged persons serve for its desired purpose. May this historic visit of His Excellency ever remain fresh in our mind for many years to come. And after all is done, grant Him and each one of us traveling mercies back. We ask this through our Lord Jesus Christ, your Son, who lives and reigns with you in the unity of the Holy Spirit, one God, forever and ever.
Thank you. Amen. Good. His Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and Commander-in-Chief of Nigerian Armed Forces, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR. His Excellency Governor Umaru Tanko Al-Makura, the Executive Governor of Nasarawa State, His Excellency the Governor of Plateau State, Right Honorable Lalong, His Excellency Samuel Otom, the Executive Governor of Benue State, who is here represented by His Excellency Chief Engineer Benson Abuno, the Deputy Governor of Nasarawa State. You're all most warmly welcome. Members of the National Assembly who are here present, members of the Federal Executive Council here present, His Royal Highness the Emir of Lafia, Alhaji Dr. Isa Mustafa Agwe I, and members of the Nasarawa State Traditional Council of Chiefs and top government functionaries, ladies and gentlemen, most especially, most importantly, people living with disabilities. Today we're here to commission the Nasarawa State Comprehensive Special School in Lafia. We welcome the entire world to Lafia. Now, here in Nasarawa State, we pride ourselves on being the political laboratory of President Muhammadu Buhari. Now, please indulge me. The political laboratory of President Muhammadu Buhari. The reason is very simple. In 2011, they did not declare President Muhammadu Buhari the president. We just said they did not declare. But they arguably declared His Excellency Governor Umaru Tanko Al-Makura as the one and only single CPC governor in the entire country. Now, CPC was formed by President Muhammadu Buhari. So CPC, the Congress for Progressive Change, epitomized President Muhammadu Buhari, his values of integrity, his penchant, his compassion for poor people, his need to see those who are vulnerable, those who are voiceless, given a place in the fabric of society. That was all CPC was all about. Now, what happened was, here was history, and CPC only had one executive governor, Umaru Tanko Al-Makura. So, history said, Umaru Tanko Al-Makura, you have a historic task. You must show us what Muhammadu Buhari would have done if he was the president. So from 2011 to 2018, he became the guinea pig of CPC. He needed to exemplify and show to the entire world what President Muhammadu Buhari would have been if he was the president in 2011. So, the governance in Nasarawa State has since then been anchored on transparency, on accountability, on fear of God, on inclusivity. Those who are in the rural areas, those who are poor, people living with disabilities have a place in this government in Nasarawa State, because that is what we know President Muhammadu Buhari stands for. Compassion for those who are poor, who are voiceless, those who are people living with disabilities. And that is what we're here today to do. This event is not about politics. It is about compassion. We're making a strong moral statement. When people say so much about President Muhammadu Buhari and he doesn't speak, it is because he's on a higher moral pedestal. This event is not about politics. This event is about President Muhammadu Buhari's compassion for humanity. I have so much to say, but at this point I think I'd better call on the Honorable Commissioner for Special Duties, Professor Jonathan Mamo Ayuba, to give us the welcome remarks. The Honorable Commissioner, sir.
From the mountains of Nasarawa State in Nasarawa, Ugon, to the Madai Hills and the Captain Malono Hills in Kefi, to all creeks, corners of Nasarawa State, let this sweet prayer re-echoes. God bless Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Your Excellency, the architect of modern Nasarawa State, Alhaji Umaru Tanko Al-Makura, Your Excellency, the governor of our mother state, Plateau State, in which Nasarawa State was conceived and given birth to, Barrister Samuel Along Esquire, thank you for coming. Your Excellency, the governor of Benue State, represented by his deputy, our older brother state, because they were first and then Nasarawa State second, you are welcome. Members of the National Assembly, honorable ministers here present, our royal fathers, let me adopt the order of protocol that has already been established. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Mr. President, sir, welcome home. As it has been said, this is your political laboratory. And in 2011, you had a chief scientist that you gave a manual to experiment on inclusive governance, to experiment on compassionate governance, to also experiment on how we can touch the lives of the poor. Today you are here, Your Excellency, Mr. President, to see the result of one of the ideas that you've nurtured, an idea that you encouraged, an idea that, when implemented, will improve the quality of lives of people living with special needs in Nigeria. Your Excellency, Mr. President, sir, we're here today not to celebrate, but to remind ourselves that the group of people that their lives are going to be touched today don't need pity from us. They don't need anything from us. All they want is the opportunity for them to contribute meaningfully to the society. And that is why during the period of gestation and experimentation, it has become obvious that the best way to do it is to educate them, to empower them, to liberate them from poverty, because these are category of people that are marginalized. These are category of people that are voiceless. Indeed, these are category of people that are within the poverty cycle. In order to liberate them, in order to make them helpful and useful to contribute to the society, is for them to be educated. That is the best, that is the least as a government we can do. And in part of the manual you give to Your Excellency, because some of people call him your political godson, but I call him your chief scientist, is we should educate them. And today, this is not as to tick the cross for our political manifesto, but to show the world that this is a school that was built with passion. A school, as you can see, is built with emotion. A school that can only be sustained if it is done not because of political consideration, but to address the issue of poverty amongst people living with disabilities in Nigeria. Mr. President, sir, this is your product. This is the idea that you've conceived. This is the idea that you've nurtured through the governor. And this is the idea that I want to be spread across Nigeria. With this, Your Excellency, our distinguished guest, we welcome you to this wonderful school in which I believe in the next 20 years, this is what I think.
That has been the Honorable Commissioner of Special Education, Science and Technology, Professor Jonathan Mamu Ayuba. He has spoken at length about the Lafia Comprehensive Special School. I must let you know that this is a school that comprises of primary and secondary sections. It is co-educational, and it is for persons living with disability. The school is a boarding school, and it is free for all persons with disability. It is for indigenes and non-indigenes. And the first set of pupils and students are 600 in number. This is a school that is equipped with the necessary facilities, and it will provide formal education for persons living with disability, thereby enabling them to contribute their quota to economic and indeed national development.
To Lagos for the first ever International Conference on Disabilities, which held for the very first time in Nigeria. He delivered the keynote speech in Lagos. Beyond that, it might interest everyone to know that Governor Umaru Tanko Al-Makura is the only sitting governor in history ever, actually, to lead the members of the Joint Association of People Living with Disabilities to the National Assembly to look for the enactment of the law on disability. Undeterred, again, finally, is during the last stop of President Muhammadu Buhari during his political campaign in 2015, the very last day of the election that ushered him and made him president held here in Lafia, the very last activity that held was that President Muhammadu Buhari had a town hall meeting with people living in disability. So between then and now, it is promises made, promises fulfilled. And this is what we do here in Nasarawa State. At this point, I'd like to invite the Honorable Minister for Education, Malam Adamu, to give his remarks. The Honorable Minister. Can we give him a rousing round of applause, please? Thank you.
Your Excellency, Mr. President, Your Excellency, Governor Tonko Almakura, Your Excellency, Simon Lalong of Plateau, Your Highness, Chief Dr. Isa Mustafa Agwe I, the Emir of Lafia, members of the Federal Executive Council, members of the State Executive Council, ladies and gentlemen. I feel very highly honored and privileged that I'll be part of this occasion. I say perhaps the best way to describe it is a dream come true. I know this has been the number one issue on the agenda of the governor. And some of the things I wanted to sing in his honor, the MC has already outdone me. I would like to congratulate you very, very, very warmly for this, if not the first, at least the best in the country. And it also represents what the APC stands for. Inclusion and inclusivity in education. When he became governor, he promised that whoever has a disability should count this place home. And whoever has education and has disability and probably is rejected in other places, there is employment for him here. And whoever has disability and he has competence or he has some ability, the government here will have a scholarship for him. I think, so on behalf of all the disabled people, people who have disability, sometimes disability of behavioral disability, physical disability, and any kind of disability, I would like to thank you very much for establishing this school on their behalf. And as I said, you are just executing, because you are, he said, the guinea pig. You are the guinea pig of the president, and you are already doing what he would have done if you are the president. Doing in Nasarawa State what the president would have done in Nigeria. Okay. And we have seen for 8 years you have been doing it, and the president has been doing it for the 2 years. Your Excellencies, distinguished gentlemen and ladies, permit me at this juncture to inform you that the Federal Minister of Education has also developed a national policy on special needs education and an implementation guide. The main focus of this policy is that all people with special needs, from pre-primary up to university, there will be provision of conducive environment for them. And the APC government has adopted a policy of zero rejection, so that whatever your ability is able to get you, you will be accommodated. And then we intend to have total inclusion, so that we want our young people to be trained and to get the best in life. Sometimes disabilities will make it impossible for the person with it to get the best. Sometimes it will make the others who have no disability not to get the best. So what we want is to combine both the two, so that the people with special disabilities get special treatment, and then they are all brought up together in inclusion. I wish to state that successes have been so far made in the delivery of special education in Nigeria. At the moment, there are about 36 special education schools in all the states, and then one in the FCT. Some of these are the one in the University of Jos Special Education, the School for Blind in Gindri, also in Plateau State, School of the Deaf in Bandakia in Benue State, and then the Kebbi State Special Education, and then the School for the Blind in Kuje. There is a joint consultative committee on special needs education to set up and coordinate programs for the education of persons with special needs. The University of Ibadan, Jos, Bayero, Kano, Calabar, and the Federal College of Education, Oyo, they all train personnel who will provide teachers for schools of students with special needs, not only in Nigeria, but for all our neighbors in Africa. About 50% of an estimated enrollment of 20,000 of these persons with special needs at different levels of education is integrated into the regular system. There are facilities for the education of persons with special needs in every state, as I said, and the Special Needs Education Branch of the Federal Ministry of Education has been collaborating with several other ministries and other bodies and our development partners, all towards making this a reality. Therefore, the effort of Nasarawa State is highly commendable and worthy of emulation by the states. I hope this will fire them on. I therefore employ all other states to support the federal government and key into the policy and implement the strategies for effective, sustainable, quality education for all people with disability. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, I once again most respectfully thank His Excellency, the President, for sparing the time to come. I know his schedule is blindingly tight, but he was able to make it. Thank you very much, sir, for coming. Finally, I wish to commend His Excellency, Governor Al-Makura, for showing this level of concern, for voting what I will say the last coffers, what has hidden in the corner of the coffers of the state to do this. This is probably one of the greatest things that this government has done. Thank you very much. And I would also like to thank you for the pledge to absorb all special need indigents of Nasarawa State into the state civil service and their sponsorship. Please accept my sincere congratulations on the successful execution of this project and for making this giant stride on behalf of people with special needs. In the end, people are just people. Each one of us, nobody is perfect. So actually having a disability is just normal. Some of us may be physically able, but probably mentally or emotionally we may have some disability. So there is just no reason why somebody with a physical disability will be treated differently. Governor Al-Makura, I would like to thank you very much for this, what you have done to education. Thank you very much.
Can we give the Honorable Minister for Education a rousing round of applause? He's actually a man of depth and profound.
That has been the Honorable Minister of Education, Malam Adamu. The Nasarawa State government has executed several projects that has been scheduled for inauguration by His Excellency, President Muhammadu Buhari. And quite a number of other projects are to be flagged off. Amongst the projects to be commissioned by the President, aside from the Lafia Comprehensive Special School, include the Model Primary Healthcare Center at Kwandere. We also have the Phase 2 of Karu International Market, named after the President. So it is to be called from now on the Muhammadu Buhari International Market. For the records, Nasarawa State is a state that comprises of 13 local government areas, and it was created on 1st of October 1996. It was created from the former Plateau State, alongside states like Ekiti, Ebonyi, Zamfara, and Bayelsa states. As a matter of fact, Nasarawa State will be 22 years old on 1st of October this year. The mission statement of the Al-Makura administration is seeing is believing, and today people have come from far and near to see what His Excellency Umaru Tanko Al-Makura is doing in Nasarawa State. Today has been declared a public holiday to enable people to troop out in their numbers to welcome the President, and that is exactly what we can see today.
Hey! Nasarawa de huyataka. Nasarawa ma huyataka ba. Kiyataka ba ka gojiyo. Nasarawa de huyataka. Nasarawa de ma huyataka be. Anima, 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 berasa, anima, berasa, menima, berasa, menima, anima, 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 anima.
Thank you very much. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. Your Excellencies, what they were saying in the song, Your Excellency, and please try, yes, what they were saying in the song is Shiryamu, Al-Makura Shiryamu. So for those of us that speak Fulatanchi and so on, Musanchi Anachawa Shiryamani Al-Makura, Amma Hausan Gwandara. Your Excellencies, at this point, we have a lot to say, and the aides from the villa have said to me if I have more narratives.
The performance you watched earlier on was by the Nasarawa State Cultural Troupe. And shortly we'll be moving to an address by His Excellency Muhammadu Al-Makura, the Governor of Nasarawa State.
It was titled, For the Sake of Nasarawa State. Governance that is anchored on transparency, on accountability, on fear of God, on inclusivity. In fact, when people say change, wallahi, when you bring the change to them and they're used to certain things in a certain way, that's when they would know that change is a very difficult concept. He's been able to do what he's been able to do. It is my singular honor and privilege to call on His Excellency Governor Muhammadu Al-Makura, whom we refer to as the beacon of inclusive governance, and whom the professor says is the chief scientist in the political laboratory of President Muhammadu Buhari, to give his welcome address. This is his moment to show something that he's dreamt about and which has been fulfilled. My governor, His Excellency Governor Muhammadu Al-Makura, to present his speech today at the commissioning of the Nasarawa State Comprehensive Special School, Lafia.
Thank you very much. His Excellency Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Your Excellencies, my colleagues, the governors of Plateau State, Mr. Simon Lalong, and the Deputy Governor of Benue State. Chief Umbono, His Excellency the Deputy Governor of Nasarawa State, the Right Honorable Speaker, Nasarawa State House of Assembly, distinguished senators and members of the National Assembly, members of the State House of Assembly, the Honorable Chief Judge, members of the Federal and State Executive Councils, the Secretary to State Government, Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, specifically the American Ambassador to Nigeria, the State Chairman, All Progressives Congress, APC in Nasarawa State, the National Vice Chairman, APC, North Central Zone, Your Royal Highness, the Emir of Lafia, Alhaji Isa Mustafa Agwai, the first Chairman, Nasarawa State Council of Chiefs, Your Royal Highnesses, Emirs and Chiefs here present, very distinguished resource persons from the United States of America, Gallaudet University, Perkins University, and our home resource persons from Pacelli School for the Blind, the National Vice, the National President, people living with disability, the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Disability Matters, principal and staff of the Lafia Comprehensive Special School, my lords, temporal and spiritual, prominent sons and daughters of Nasarawa State, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, today marks a watershed in the annals of history of the APC administration in Nasarawa State as we are honored to host our political icon, mentor, role model, Nigeria's rare nationalist, and our indefatigable leader, His Excellency Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It is indeed a rare privilege to once again have Your Excellency in Nasarawa State, having hosted you severally as our political leader, a precursor of our democratic virtues that heralded the only CPC government in the country, your brainchild that became your political laboratory in this dispensation. This visit is yet another historic moment for the people of Nasarawa State because it is the first time you are coming here after assumption of office as President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We are therefore most honored, sir, by this memorable visit as it once again demonstrates your enviable love for the government and people of Nasarawa State. It is heartwarming to point out, Your Excellency, that your political ideology of social justice, accountability, respect for the rule of law, etc., etc., have been the template which we have adopted and continue to entrench in the initiation and execution of policies and programs that are geared towards peace, security, alleviating poverty, economic empowerment, infrastructural development, social services, as well as creating the needed conducive environment for socio-economic activities to thrive in order to ensure security, social justice, and employment opportunities for the citizenry. In this regard, we embark on road constructions, both rural, urban, and intercity network in the state. This endeavor has transformed the state capital and all local government headquarters, making them hub of economic activities, and also open the rural areas for both social and economic advancement. In this regard, we similarly, sir, Your Excellency, given our commitment for quality education, we have also reorganized the education sector from primary to tertiary levels by building model primary schools in all local government areas, tagged Ta'al Model Schools. The schools are equipped with modern facilities and injected with qualified teachers for better teaching and learning. This is in addition to making education free for our children from primary to secondary school levels. This effort has greatly promoted school enrollment, girl child education, and quality of education generally. Your Excellency, mindful of our peculiarities as one of the newly created states, we have embarked on so many projects that will provide the necessary foundation and also have positive impact on the lives of our people. Notably, our signature youth empowerment scheme, we have engaged over 5,000 youths in NIS to serve as sanitation officials, environment guards, security watchers, and traffic marshals to curb youth restiveness. This, for us in Nasarawa State, is succeeding very, very effectively. This is in addition to creating skill acquisition opportunities and conducive environment to attract investment in agriculture in line with the federal government's diversification policy. Presently, Dangote Group is investing over $700 million in Tunga Away local government area for its sugar cane plantation and refinery. The Olam Farms in Doma is also producing over 10,000 metric tons of rice annually, while also promoting federal government's Anchor Borrowers Scheme. Nasarawa State has also procured 6 mega and modular fertilizer blending plants from Bordeaux in China to promote the federal government's initiative of Nigeria, Kingdom of Morocco Fertilizer Production Initiative. This will make fertilizer not only readily available as at when due, but will also make it compatible with our soil types. Your Excellency, in our quest to ensure inclusiveness in governance, we have opened vistas of opportunities for the vulnerable members of the society, especially the disabled. Hence, the comprehensive special school you are about to commission will concentrate on providing individual care to our children with learning difficulties, especially those with special needs in areas of vision impairment that people popularly call the blind, those with hard of hearing that people call the deaf people, physically challenged that we call the cripple, and of course those with cerebral palsy that are popularly known as autism or Down syndrome. To ensure maximum benefit and inclusiveness, we have made their education totally free, right from primary up to tertiary level. This effort is to remove the burden of educational expenses of the parents of these wonderful children. By extension, it is aimed at ensuring that children with disability are given equal opportunities and empowered to broaden their vision, develop their talents, creativity, support their full potentials to capacity, and to compete favorably with others in all spheres of human endeavor. I dare say that there is always ability in disability. I am glad to inform Your Excellency that the Comprehensive Special School Lafayette plans to be affiliated with world-renowned centers of excellence of people with disability, like the Gallaudet University and Perkins University in the United States of America, amongst others, where our children will benefit from intellectual resources, global best practices of seasoned professionals, and disability management and education. and to also access further opportunities. It is pertinent to add that the Nasarawa State Comprehensive School is equipped with modern facilities to ease teaching and learning of the children with special needs. We have also recruited the desired manpower with requisite qualifications and dispositions to teach in these schools, which are also replicated in Gudi and Kefi in the two senatorial zones. We have also developed, after careful consideration and with the help of special education experts, a comprehensive curriculum and modules for the education of children with special needs. This is the first of its kind in Nigeria. Nasarawa State government will be glad to avail copies to the Federal Minister of Education for possible adaptation or adoption and implementation nationwide. Let me, at this juncture, appreciate UBEC for the usual support and collaboration. Your Excellency, sir, I'm obliged to, on behalf of the people and government of Nasarawa State, and indeed well-meaning Nigerians, express our gratitude to your doggedness in realizing the objectives of your campaign promises. Particularly, I make bold to say that your commitment in addressing security situations such as Boko Haram insurgents in the northeast, the restiveness in the Niger Delta, as well as curbing the trend of kidnapping in the country, and the ongoing efforts to solve the lingering farmers-herdsmen crisis in this belt, indeed the entire country, amongst other sundry security challenges, is remarkable and is succeeding. We are grateful for the recent deployment of 6 units of mobile police units and air surveillance around the state and its neighbors, and also the deployment of army personnel by the Armed Forces High Command to patrol our borders areas with neighboring states to maintain peace and order while reconciliation efforts are being undertaken. I wish to say also that we are taking very good care of those in the IDPs and those that are displaced. I will continue to do that until the final resolution of this problem. On our part, our most contribution to support this initiative is exemplified by setting up a community-based conflict resolution mechanism and committees across the state to ensure the regulation of activities of farmers and herdsmen. We have also purchased 50 brand new Hilux patrol trucks and other assorted vehicles to be distributed to the Nigeria Police, the DSS, the Civil Defense, the Nigerian Army immediately to help in sustaining this peace that is already been realized. Your Excellency, it is with profound pleasure that I wish to inform you that other projects lined up for your commissioning today are the Model Comprehensive Primary Healthcare Center in synergy with the Federal Minister of Health and the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, which is anchoring the federal government's program on community health influencers, promoters services called CHIPS. I understand from the Honorable Minister of Health that this pilot program, which you will commission shortly after this event, is in line with your commitment of providing at least one functional primary healthcare center in each ward across the country. Furthermore, the ultra-modern markets at Lafia, Akwanga, Kefi, and the Karu International Market, named after His Excellency Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, the ultra-modern fire service station, Lafia, and the 7 modern e-libraries, and a host of other township network of roads which you have just commissioned before coming to this special school. This is what informed our request for a 2-day visit to your state of Nasarawa. However, we appreciate your tight schedule, hence the 1-day visit. Your Excellency, let me express our gratitude for your various interventions especially the siting of the 330 kV and 132/33 kV transmission substation, which you are about to flag off its construction. This robust infrastructure will solve the power problem of many decades in this state. The construction of federal housing estate in the state, as well as your approval for the dualization of Kefi, Akwanga, Lafia, Makadi Road is also appreciated. As a state close to the Federal Capital Territory, I wish to humbly request Your Excellency to consider taking over the construction of the Lafia Kefi Vaji Road, which our administration in the state has started constructing. The road, when completed, will serve as a bypass, which will take motorists just 1 hour to reach Abuja from Lafia instead of the usual 3-hour journey from Lafia to Kefi, as it is currently the case. This will further give boost to our ongoing new cargo airport, which Mr. President will cite on our way as we traverse to the next event venue. Your Excellency, the commission of this comprehensive school and other projects by your good self today is no doubt a great honor done to our administration, the persons with disability, and the entire people of Nasarawa State. Sir, I wish to assure you that you will continue to be revered and extolled by us all in Nasarawa State, and indeed all citizens of Nigeria who see your political virtues and values as inspiration and hope for generations to come. We assure you of our unflinching and unalloyed support in your determination to move our country forward, Nigeria, to the promised land. We in Nasarawa State will always be with you in your economic and political aspirations. We have done it before. We shall always do it again. Before I conclude, I wish to use this opportunity of the commissioning of the special school for people with disability to appeal to the two chambers of the National Assembly to expedite action on the harmonization of disability bill before them, as I believe Mr. President is patiently waiting to sign that bill into law. At this juncture, it is my honor and privilege to once again express our profound gratitude and appreciation to Your Excellency for personally gracing the occasion. And I do respectfully invite you, our leader, our role model, Mr. President Muhammadu Buhari, to commission this Lafia Comprehensive Special School for the benefit of humanity. Long live Nasarawa State. Long live our President. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you, sir.
That has been
His Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR. We'll make brief remarks before the commissioning.
Now, please sit down. The Governor of Nasarawa, Alhaji Umar Tanko Al-Bakura, the Governor of Plateau State, the Deputy Governor of Nasarawa, Benue State, members of the National Assembly present here, members of the Federal Executive Council, members of the State Executive Council, His Excellency, the United States Ambassador to Nigeria, Your Royal Highness, the Emir of Lafia, and his council, top government functionaries, religious leaders, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I am very pleased to be with you here today in Lafia, the capital of Nasarawa State. I am indeed overwhelmed by the warm reception accorded me. I am, however, not surprised by this show of love and enthusiasm because, for me, This is homecoming. People of Nasarawa have always been with the change movement since the early days of Congress for Progressive Change, CPC, through all progressive congresses, the APC. In 2011, the people of Nasarawa decided to vote for change, voted for CPC in order to have a government for the people. And in 2015, they voted for continuity. Today, I am obliged to reiterate Governor Al-Makura's proclamation that, indeed, Nasarawa State is my political home. Since the inauguration of His Excellency Umar Tanko Al-Makura as the Governor of Nasarawa State in May 2011, the occasion which I attended personally, I have been following the trend of events in the state, and reports I received are that of execution of many projects. Accordingly, during my campaign visit to Nasarawa in 2015, I noticed the transformation within Lafia metropolis. Earlier this morning, I commissioned an electronic library, a fire service facility, and township road. And now I am here to commission a special needs school. Later today, I will also commission a model primary health care center and Karu International Market. This is the change people of Nasarawa voted for. I must add that these projects, I believe, were executed owing largely to the frugality of Governor Al-Makura in the management of the meager resources at the disposal of the administration in the state. Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the Lafia Comprehensive School is a demonstration of our collective ambition to uplift the standard of living of all Nigerians through social investment policies. This school will cater for the deaf, the blind, and other physically challenged. Indeed, this is a clear example of our inclusive policy where no child, man or woman, will be left behind. This is a well thought out initiative to give hope to a key segment of the society that has been ignored and neglected by the previous governments. We must help our disabled to distribute to their development and self-reliance. Let me use this opportunity to stress that the change philosophy which precipitated the APC government will continue to idealize and identify issues that are critical to our socio-economic development with a view to providing lasting solutions to them. I want to assure Nigerians that we will intensify our commitment towards the realization of the cardinal objectives of this administration anchored on securing lives and property, curbing corruption, and ensuring economic growth through diversification. I am also particularly pleased to launch the pilot scheme of the community health influencers, promoters, and services national program here at Kwandare Lafia local government area, and to direct the Federal Ministry of Health to synergize with other states to roll out the program to enable the less privileged and rural dwellers to have access to health services. Considering the proximity of the Nasarawa State to the Federal Capital Territory, government will cite federal projects that will attract foreign investments to Nigeria, taking into cognizance the daily influx of people to the state from within and outside the country. In this regard, I want to assure you that all ongoing strategic projects, especially the power transmission, substations, and road network, would be completed to further enhance the socio-economic development of Nasarawa State and the North Central region. I also want to to assure the people of the North Central and indeed all Nigerians that federal government is working day and night to ensure peace and stability returns. We have deployed additional resources to all affected areas to maintain law and order. The attacks by suspected herdsmen and other bandits will not be tolerated. I appeal to all Nigerians to refrain from refraining attacks. The security agencies have standing instruction to arrest and prosecute any and all persons found with illegal arms. I would like to once again express my condolences and sympathies to all the affected victims of these barbaric acts. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, let me once again express my appreciation for the overwhelming show of support and affection which I received from fellow Nigerians in Nasarawa State. I urge you all to continue to pray for the success of this administration and peace in the country. It is now my pleasure to commission the comprehensive special school Lafia. Thank you, and may God continue to bless Nigeria.
Watch the staircase.
His Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, will commission the special school. Please, can we kindly sit down? The President will be escorted by just 10 people that I would announce their names. Please, can we kindly be seated? Cameras, you can move to the other side.
In his speech, the President commended the Governor of Nasarawa State, His Excellency Umaru Tanko Almakura, for the many projects he has embarked on, projects that will impact the lives of the people. He has also described Nasarawa State as his political home. In attendance at this commissioning is the former Nasarawa State Governor, Senator Abdullahi Adamu. Also present is the Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed. There are many other people from all walks of life at this event.
The Honorable Minister of Education, Madam Adamu, and the Honorable Minister of Science and Technology, and the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Disability, and then the President of the National Association of People Living with Disability, and then we have the Executive Secretary of the Universal Basic Education Commission, UBEC, to please join. Just this tree can ceremonially, the 12 people mentioned would ceremonially accompany the President to do the commissioning. We'd like to urge that every other of our distinguished guests kindly remain seated, and would like to, it's my singular honor and privilege to invite Mr. President and His Excellency the Governor for the commissioning to be accompanied by the people that I have mentioned, please. Today, the 6th of February, 2018.
This is an impressive record. We congratulate His Excellency, the Governor of Nasarawa State, for his achievement in building this school for the disadvantaged. We hope the state will continue to maintain this institution and to look after the students there. Thank you very much.
The
cameraman, please proceed inside. Cameraman, all cameramen proceed.
cameraman proceed inside and take the photographs as he inspects. the Comprehensive Special School Lafia, commissioned by His Excellency Muhammadu Buhari, the President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria, today, Tuesday, 6th of February, 2018.
Thank you. We are going out this way. Where is the red carpet? Thank you.
The President is going around to inspect the facility. There are certain classrooms that have been earmarked for him to see. Classes for those who are visually impaired, classes for those who have physical impairment. And then he can meet the students themselves.
The President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria, is going around on a tour of the premises of the Comprehensive Special School here in Lafia. This is a school that I must say the governor of the state has given a pride of place. And he has said earlier on that he plans to affiliate the school to international institutions. After the tour of the premises, the president will be proceeding to commission some other projects, and this will include the Model Primary Healthcare Center at Kwandere and also the Muhammadu Buhari International Market in Karu. So these are projects that will still be inaugurated by the president today as he visits Nasarawa State.
More well said. 080 98 94 I want to hand out
I'll tell you so much more about it. Today we're here for the program of commissioning of the Nasarawa State Comprehensive Special School here in Lafia. I'd like that everyone kindly find somewhere to sit down. We would make the event very quick. It won't last an hour. So let's thank you for your patience as well.
Hello and welcome. This is the Nigerian Television Authority. Hello and welcome. This is the Nigerian Television Authority, reaching you live from the Comprehensive Special School, Lafia, which is to be inaugurated by His Excellency, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR. My name is Lawrence Arukoyo. The President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria, is on a one-day working visit to Nasarawa State, and he will be inaugurating numerous projects executed by His Excellency Umaru Tanko Almakura, the Governor of Nasarawa State. The President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces is already here.
I'll tell you so much more about it. Today we're here for the program of commissioning of the Nasarawa State Comprehensive Special School here in Lafia. I'd like that everyone kindly find somewhere to sit down. We would make the event very quick. It won't last an hour. So let's thank you for your patience as well.
Hello and welcome. This is the Nigerian Television Authority. Hello and welcome. This is the Nigerian Television Authority, reaching you live from the Comprehensive Special School, Lafia, which is to be inaugurated by His Excellency, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR. My name is Lawrence Arukoyo. The President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria, is on a one-day working visit to Nasarawa State, and he will be inaugurating numerous projects executed by His Excellency Umaru Tanko Almakura, the Governor of Nasarawa State. The President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces is already here.
Bakuza
Once the president is done from here, part of the projects he will be commissioning is the Model Primary Healthcare Center at Kwandere. This is a healthcare facility that is the first of its kind in the state, and it is to be replicated in all the wards across the state. It is a 50-bed capacity healthcare center, and is meant to provide quality healthcare service to rural dwellers. With the departure of the president, we have come to the end of the live broadcast of the commissioning of the Nasarawa State Comprehensive Special School. We will shortly be moving over to other venues where it is expected that the president will be commissioning some other projects. For now, I'm Lawrence Sarukoyo, thanking you for being a part of our broadcast on behalf of the management of the Nigerian Television Authority.